Hey everyone, Skull902 here, and today, in celebration of Sonic's 26th anniversary, I'll be counting down my top 10 favorite Sonic the Hedgehog characters. This list is for the game series only, partly because keeping things in the main canon is easier, and mostly because I don't think the other Sonic universes have any exclusive characters that would crack my top 10 anyway. So, without any further delay, let's get into it. Number 10 on my list is Silver the Hedgehog. The reason why I have him at this position is because there was a lot of unreached potential for this character in my opinion. He might have gotten in higher otherwise, but I like the idea behind him. He's from this post-apocalyptic future, has his heart in the right place, even if his naivety can get in the way of that. He's pretty friendly and very much loyal to his friends. Plus, his psychokinetic powers are cool as hell. If only our first impression of him wasn't so bad. You can't have a good series without a good villain, and that's why Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik comes in at number 9 on my list. This may be a surprise to some, in the sense that he didn't get a higher spot. Well, I guess I just like good guys more, I don't know. That's not to say I don't like Eggman a whole lot, though. He's been consistently entertaining throughout the series. He's very intelligent, has made a plethora of amazing creations, used said technology to do some supremely impressive things, like controlling multiple gods, even if it's backfired most of the time, and his resilience has to be admired as well. He's also a very versatile character. He's been written at times to be either menacing or funny, and no matter the choice, it works. It's very hard to pull that kind of thing off, and it's what makes Dr. Eggman a truly great villain. Rouge the Bat's up next. What I like about her is that she's a cool spy who can usually use her intelligence to accomplish a mission or get what she wants. She's also a master manipulator and knows how to sweet-talk her way into just about anything. Of course, certain people would have you believe that her quote-unquote wiles are the only thing to her, not helped by that Challenge Act and Generations, but trust me, there's more to this character than that. She's shown to be very competent, whether it be her government work, treasure hunting, or fighting, and I think that just makes her really cool. Plus, the ninja outfit from Sonic X. Look at it. That is fucking awesome. If Rouge ever becomes playable again, that should be an alternate outfit. But yeah, Rouge the Bat is a sly, cunning secret agent. It's badass and it's why I like her. Here he comes, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. It's Knuckles the Echidna. Knuckles is strong, somewhat short-tempered, and a skilled treasure hunter to boot. His combative skills are unmatched, throwing the fiercest of punches. Gullible at times, but good-natured. Much like Eggman, I think he can be portrayed well as either a serious hero or a comedic one. One thing I quite like about him is that he's not really selfish. All the things he does are either for the good of Angel Island or, when it comes down to it, the entire world. Knuckles is an awesome fighter with a good heart, and that's why he makes this list. Coming in at number 6 is Miles Tails Prower, the young, brainy sidekick to Sonic. Tails is a nice kid and impressively intelligent, especially for his age. His brotherly friendship with Sonic has been one of the best things about the series, except in Lost World, but let's not talk about that. He gets scared at times, but when he steps up to an enemy head-on, it's some feel-good stuff. Too bad they haven't had him do that in years. Tails is a fun, optimistic character and a great companion to his friends. And now for a little bit of cheating, because I'm grouping these characters together. My next entry on the list is none other than the Chaotix, Vector, Espio, and Charmy. I do like these characters a lot as individuals, but they're at their full potential when grouped together. It's like making a top 10 TV bullies list and not including Bulk and Skull as a duo. You just can't. Anyway, the Chaotix are a bunch of really fun characters. Their antics never cease to amuse me. You've got Charmy, the hyperactive little kid, Espio, the serious ninja and straight man of the group, and Vector, the silly leader whose dedication to solving each case they get knows no bounds. As individuals, I like Espio the best because he works well by himself, but like I said, they're at their best as a group. These guys are an absolute blast. Their escapades are just great, whether it be bickering with each other or doing anything and everything to accomplish their mission. The Chaotix are just fun characters all around. Now we're getting into the thick of things, the top tier if you will. Blaze the Cat is number 4 on my list, and here's why. Blaze is a princess and guardian of the Soul Emeralds in an alternate dimension. In the handheld games, and possibly maybe from the future in the main series. Once again, Generations isn't helping things. For the record, I kind of prefer the idea of her being Silver's friend from the future. They screwed it up royally, no pun intended, but let's not get into that now. Anyway, Blaze is another no-nonsense character, and I like her because she's kind of different from the others in that she's dealing with a lot of self-doubt, but not to the point of ridiculousness or getting in the way of her goals. She's not cocky like Sonic, but she's also not too angsty like Shadow has been. It's a good balance. It makes things easier for her to put others before herself, which makes her a great hero, at the expense of some confidence. It also gets in the way of social interaction since she likes to do things on her own and generally not be a bother to others. I think that makes Blaze's character compelling, and really fulfilling when someone is able to break her shell and earn her trust. Her fire powers are really awesome and present a lot of gameplay potential. She's also a great contrast and counterpart to Sonic, and that's why she makes it this high on the list. Shadow the Hedgehog is a character with no shortage of ups and downs. This is a point that I'll be making with the next character on the list, but the reason why I like Shadow so much is for one of the two ways he's portrayed. The other way is just bad for the character. Let me tell you what I mean. The forced, super edgy, angsty, look at how cool and badass I am portrayal is not by any means what makes Shadow a good character. Having him swear for the sake of swearing and putting in check out how evil I'm being lines like, "It's like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me," just reeks of desperation. What makes Shadow's character good is that, despite his traumatizing past, he knows he's there to help the people of Earth and will be damned if anyone tries to stop him from doing it. You don't really know everything about him, and he's quite distant, but he's loyal when you've gotten him to open up. He's a skilled combatant, intelligent, and his powers are quite interesting. He's also a fitting dark counterpart to Sonic. Doesn't mean the people who mistake the two aren't idiots, though. They're both very differently colored for crying out loud. Regardless, Shadow's a mysterious, interesting character when he's played right. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't kill me because number 2 is Amy Rose! I know it's an unusual selection. I think most people probably wouldn't have Amy this high on their lists, but I have my reasons, and I'm about to explain. Amy's a kind, friendly, caring girl with a large hammer and a notable crush on Sonic, depending on the game or, hell, any of the other continuities. Much like with Shadow, Amy is usually portrayed one of two ways. The way she's shown in Heroes, 06 to an extent, Generations, and even Sonic X just isn't a good portrayal. She's been bossy, quick to anger, and above all else, far too obsessive over Sonic in those interpretations. Many people, especially fans who've been into Sonic since the Genesis days, think these qualities, or lack thereof, are all there is to Amy, but they're not, and I believe there's a better version of her character. I think all these bad traits are heavily weighed out by how she's characterized in the adventure games, Shadow, Unleashed, Lost World, and Boom from what I'm aware of. Nice, helpful, and deeply caring, with her crush on Sonic downplayed, mostly. The perfect example of this, I think, is in Lost World when she looks over the little animals, or in Unleashed when she says she'll always be accepting of Sonic no matter how he looks. It's sweet. This teen mom approach to her character is perfect to me, and it's a shame she hasn't always been written this way. My number 1 pick, the character I like the most, my favorite character in the Sonic franchise is Professor Pickle's assistant from Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, boy! Nah, just kidding. Sonic the Hedgehog himself races into the number 1 spot. He's a fast, free-spirited, cocky, chili dog-loving hedgehog with attitude. My reasons for liking him the most are his optimistic nature, his high confidence, and of course, his excellence in heroism. Sonic's got a sarcastic side, almost never letting a foe get to him enough to hold off on making a witty remark. He's unquestionably dedicated to helping out those in need, stopping dead in his tracks with whatever he's doing if someone's in trouble. Unlike how in Sonic X he's rude, lazy, and only helps out at the last possible moment, but in most other instances he's very proactive. He's only rarely been shown to be vulnerable at times, with some good moments in SA2 and Unleashed. I don't think it hurt to show him getting a little sad sometimes. It adds some depth to his character. Regardless, he never gives up and is always willing to take on a challenge. Sonic's an all-around cool guy, and that's why he's my favorite character in the franchise. And we're done! These were my top 10 favorite Sonic characters. I try and read all of my comments, so if you feel inclined, let me know what your top 10 list looks like. I'm interested in knowing what you guys think. I've been Skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Happy birthday, Sonic!